Hello, and welcome to another drop-in. Still blows my mind that this is not a background, this is not a green screen, this is real life right here in Costa Rica. It's another dream that's become a reality. So it's kind of want to vibe out today. It's a very weighty, vibey day. And let's drop in, and it's been the conversations coming up a lot with a couple different people. And it's about when I married myself. And, I didn't go to the government and get like a legal document yet, at least. But, I did have a ceremony. I got engaged, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And we got, I've done my vows, and maybe I'll redo my vows in a little while. But yeah, it's really one of the most profound ways of me getting connected with myself, and something where it came about, I guess I was about a year and a half into celibacy at the moment. I take long stints in and out of celibacy. If I'm not with a partner, I'm celibate. There's a lot of benefits to that, to clear our womb space, or for a man, we all have womb spaces, but the sacral. But as women, to really be able to clear that out of any previous partners we've had, and to really use that sexual energy that we harness to bring it up and be able to expedite our spiritual growth and our creativity. But anyway, I digress. So, I was going through this process of wild expansion and growth and in celibacy, and really playing with Tantra within myself. I was on the Tantric path for like 2 years at this point, and I'd always practiced just with myself. It was words of wisdom that I was advised by some mentors to go into that practice myself, because it's pretty deep and expansive, and like entanglement can be a thing as we go in. But, I was really exploring what is my divine masculine and what is the divine feminine in me. And moving into this work, I naturally have always carried more of a masculine energy within myself, like super Virgo, tons of Capricorn in my chart. And so, I love to get things done. And I also love to give. And we a lot of times can think of, it's the feminine nature, that loving nature, that nurturing of to give and to give and to give. But to give is actually a masculine energy. It's where more the receiving and being in that yin energy and the receptivity is more of the divine feminine. So I naturally have more of the divine masculine that would be going in me, and done the work to continue to shift back into receiving. And that still can be ever going work for me, but blessings that I know how to check in with both parts now. But so I was really starting to understand the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The divine masculine carries the container, right? So it's the idea of the framework, the structure, the stability, that space for us to really hold and have that strong framework, okay? And then we have the divine feminine, which is more the essence and the Kundalini life force, and that flows through, coming through. The divine feminine is that letting things come to us, allowing it to be receptive. And the masculine is, no, I'm going to show up. I'm going to show you what's going on. I'm going to be that force. So that thinking of, our parts, right? If you look at the act of sexual intercourse between a man and a woman, right? So like the woman literally receives the man comes in. So masculine, feminine, we have that within ourselves. So we look at, how do we show up for ourselves as the divine masculine? We think of it like our inner father. What is our self-discipline? What is our willpower? What is the, like having a ambition and a willpower? And then where's the part of us that also says, but I'm going to nourish myself, and I'm going to be easy, I'm going to trust the flow of things and be receptive and allow things to come to me. So flowing in between the two is essential for us to be in our own divine union, so we can show up in the world with this balance, and then also be attracting other beings in all of our relations, not just a romantic partner, which is great, but in all of our relations. How can we attract people who are also in this unionship of being whole within themselves is really what we're looking for on this whole path of life, right? Be whole in ourselves. We could be like, I don't need no man, I don't need no woman. Like, I got me. I'm whole, I'm complete. And so as we're balancing and optimizing ourselves in that, it can come together. So my journey to getting married myself, I started working with an Apache grandmother who's based out of New Mexico. I met her at a gathering called Aniwa. That is a 5-day gathering of 42 Indigenous elders from around the world who come and held sacred ceremony for us. My mouth to the universe's ears that will be happening again. But it was a blessing to have been there, if not. But I came to work with this now beloved teacher, and she shared with me in one of our very first sessions that in their tradition, they go through a process of courting their own masculine and feminine within themselves and making a commitment to themselves before looking or calling in a counterpart, to go through this process of courting and dating and then in time marrying their own divine masculine, divine feminine. I was just like, that's next level shit right there, you know? And it reverberated from me though, because I could feel the power. And so I took it on and I really started to check in with my divine masculine and my divine feminine. And I'm going through this dance with them and my energies and my expansion into my creative endeavors. This is when I was just starting to really get into the music, into the dance now. And that's next level creations now. And I remember I was on my way to LA and I touched down. I went to a festival with a friend. And I was so strong in myself because I was checking in with myself. I was dating them both. I was going into the masculine and into the feminine. And we're sitting at this festival, my friend Max and I, and we're just having a moment to just chill and to like integrate. And I shared with him, I feel so whole and complete right now, like just so good. And I really think I have found that perfect blend. I love myself and I can see my masculine and feminine. I'm letting them dance together. And then I swear, like, get two hypersensitives, like super intuitive psychic beings together. And at the exact same time, we both had like an intuitive ding, hit go. And we both looked over at the tree near us, and there was a ring sitting at the base of the tree. And we both were just like, no. And I pick it up and it was beautiful. It's at my mentor's house in New York right now, which I have to go get. But like I pick it up and it's like, this is like legit like the ring. This is a ring that I would want as an engagement ring. Just like a beautiful, like smoky quartz ring that was like silver and simple, nothing too crazy. And I was just like, yo, I looked at Max and he was just like, yeah, girl, this is for you. This is your ring. And so I took it and, I asked myself if I would be open to, being with me forever and loving me forever and showing up as my partner. And I said yes. And I put it on my finger and it was just like, we both just watched like this reverberation move through my body. And I was just like, oh shit, you were just at my engagement. Like it was as much of a surprise to me. Like, I gotta love that. Like even like my divine masculine, like still surprised my divine feminine. We like fulfilled those like societal standards of like the man proposing to the woman or whatever. But it was really started to shift things. And as we moved through the engagement, I allowed myself to move deeper into these conversations of, what does this partnership need to look like? Like, what do I need from my husband? Meaning me, my divine masculine. What do I need from my divine masculine, my husband, to feel satisfied in this relationship, to be a happy wife? And then doing the same with the wife. What do I need from my divine feminine to show up and have a happy relationship and to really feel it? And we worked through it and I went through this engagement process. I finished my trip in LA and had different expansions. I went back to New York and I taught and I was engaged. Like I was figuring stuff out and doing the things. And then when the time felt right, I sat and I had a private wedding ceremony and I said my vows. I let my divine masculine write the vows to my divine feminine and vice versa. So, all of it's within ourselves and everyone around us is just a reflection of us. So being able to play in that space and really see that, and that's something that I'm still doing all the time. And, I invite you to it. It's one of the reasons I share. One, I share is because it's a fun piece of me that, it's like, yeah, no, I'm married. Yeah, no, to myself. It doesn't mean I'm not open to like my right partnership. I've had to have that conversation of clarity. Like I'm in a really serious relationship with God. I'm married to myself. It can make it a little complicated on dates or exploring partnership. But anyway, yeah. the life of a spiritual awakened woman. What are you gonna do? Uh, so it's a practice I invite to you to like really tune in to your divine feminine and your divine masculine, and let those parts of you have those conversations, because they will talk, they will vibe. So that is just wanted to vibe it out with you for a moment, send some beautiful Costa Rica nature vibes, and I hope that you have a beautiful date with all parts of yourself, and I'll catch you on the next vibe out. God bless.